What's up, y'all? And thanks for stopping by the Surge T channel. I am Surge T, and tonight in my video, I'll be doing my rundown and thoughts on Smackdown for the 24th of September 2021. A rundown and thoughts, maybe recap, maybe quick synopsis, but I'm gonna go through this and I'm not gonna take too long, I'm pretty sure. Now, Becky Lynch opened Smackdown and I skipped it. Unfortunately, I had to skip through Bianca too. I would love to hear what she said. Well, at least I got to the end. I stopped there just in time to see Bianca Belair KO the man. KOD the man, I should say, and I'm glad to see that. Toni Storm, is she a valet now? Accompanying Boogs and Nakamura? Well, only backstage, and, didn't see her come out. And okay, WWE, you're using Toni Storm to her strengths. All right. Nakamura defends his IC belt. And in the end, Nakamura pins Cruz, and please go away, you fake Nigerian. Or if he's real, his accent is not, doesn't seem legit to me. Now, so Montez says that he and Dawkins will take the tag titles away from, the Usos at Extreme Rules, and Reigns ain't having it. The things that he was saying, Montez Ford was saying, and he demands a match between Ford and him, and Paul Heyman goes, and the WWE officials make it official. Seth speaks, and was it worth watching? Well, no, because I skipped it, sick of him as I am of Becky. Now, Liv loses a match to Vega, who delivers a kick as she is draped across the second rope because Carmella distracted her, and then she hits that sunset flip bomb or whatever it is called, or what she calls it, or whatever it is, and she wins the match. Ooh, she finally wins the match. Does Zelina Vega. Happy Corbin. I'm not happy. Especially recently. And I skipped this because it won't make me happy. I can assure you that. And then KO comes out as I fast forwarded to it. I saw it. And I'm thinking, what's going to happen? He gets blindsided by Riddick Moss. And it's kind of annoying how Cole recognizes him in a hoodie and wearing black. But then the commentators didn't know who, Piper Niven was when she debuted. And she was all out in the open. She had her ring gear on. And you can see her. She didn't have a hoodie on. She didn't have a mask on. But they know who Riddick Moss was. His hair, it looked like his hair was short too. He doesn't have the long hair like he used to. But then they didn't know who Piper Niven was, and then now she's Dewdrop. They know her now, but they don't know her. And where's Riddick Moss been? Last time he was on the main roster. He was with Mojo O'Reilly, wasn't he? Now, so Seth, he's not gonna allow it to end this way. That's what he said earlier, and demanded Edge to be at SmackDown, according to Cole and them when they recapped the thing earlier that I did not watch. And I'm like, man, let it go, so we can see something else. It's getting old, Rollins, and Edge will be coming to SmackDown next week. Now, Nikki ASH versus who? Oh, it's Natalya. This matchup again, were the same women involved in a match, and then we see a roll up. Who'd have thought, right? And Nikki pins Natalya. But then we see Shotzi and Knox show up, and I'm glad that they're here. That's a bright spot for me. I love both of those ladies. But Cole brings up that they had wins over the former tag team champions. When Natalya and Tamina were tag team champions, or was it when? I don't know. Maybe it was it was them. I was thinking maybe it was Shayna Baszler and Noina, but no, it was them. They got shots at them, and then they pinned them, and they never got a title shot. But Cole brings that up that now they can get their title shot. No, they didn't get a title shot then. Are they going to get a title shot now that if they go 1-on-1 with the what do you call it, tag champs, or even go in a tag team match? And then Dominic and Ray are at odds. And man, just book the father versus son match. We know that's where you're heading, WWE. This is where you're taking this. And then Zayn advises Dom to listen to his instinct and not his dad. Is it going to be revealed that Sami Zayn is his, the one that's been in his head? Like, am I even looking forward to this? I don't know. They're gonna keep stretching it out, keep Keep building up and keep building up until nobody cares anymore. Now, Naomi, she goes into the ring, continues to dance even as they come back. She's still doing pirouettes. Does she get paid per pirouette? He keeps spinning around, keeps dancing, keeps kicking her leg in the air. And I go, enough dancing already. You're already in the ring. Stop. How about you let us know what's on your mind? And then, she's fined for insubordination. That's what was mentioned by, the commentators. And I'm thinking, nah, she was justified. Deville is the one who acted ignorant and drove Naomi to be confrontational. Now, she demands a match, says Naomi, and not tomorrow or next week, but tonight. And Sonya again says it's not happening, and she makes the matches and denies her request. Deville even has security take her out, and at the same time as they're doing that, she's insulting Naomi's talent and Naomi's abilities in the ring. She's saying that she's nothing after the music and everything is done, and she's done dancing. Thinking, what fucking match are you watching? What matches of Naomi are you watching? I get it. They're trying to build up maybe a thing. So there's rumors that she's gonna return to the ring. She even said, "Oh, I don't wrestle anymore." Well, yeah, really. There's rumors of you coming out of retirement, if you will, and facing Naomi. So, am I excited for that? I'm excited to see Naomi in the ring, but not her against Sonya Deville. But Sonya Deville improving a little bit here and there, but I think she's in the proper place where she belongs, and that is being the manager. I mean, manager, but backstage official, WWE official making matches. You know. Now, the main event is Reigns versus Montez Ford, and this is a glimpse of what Ford can do in singles competition, and perhaps if he's drafted alone, this may serve as a barometer for a singles run. And then we see Becky channeling Rollins. She keeps talking like her man there with her backstage promo on Bianca and what she intends to do to her at Extreme Rules. And I am not convinced, Beck. I'm not convinced. Speaking of Bianca, her husband Montez Ford is in action against the Tribal Chief, who is celebrating 389 days as the Universal Champ. And I'm thinking that that's long enough, and maybe the Demon is going to beat him, and that's been the rumor at Extreme Rules. And then the match Reigns has with what I call it, Brock, will be just a straight up grudge match at Crown Jewel. And I guess there's no more dancing for Pat McAfee. He was dancing earlier against for Nakamura's thing with Bob Boog's plan. And then because Montez Ford, when he stepped on the table, it just collapsed. And he's looking at it like this, and he just jumps off the steps and attacks Reigns. And I don't know if this is qualified for I Am the Table on Botchamania. He didn't mean to do it, so maybe it's still a table botch, so we'll say. But Ford has been impressive. And really coming out here as someone who can definitely go it alone when the time comes. But a frog splash attempt sees Reigns get the knees up, and he locks in the guillotine, and Ford fades and taps. After the match, Paul Heyman calls for Extreme. Brock Lesnar, the Demon, and then Montez Ford feels what the Tribal Chief can do if it does become Extreme. And they make Ford pay for his words earlier. Does the Usos as their music hits? Paul Heyman asks for their music to be played. And they come out and they take chairs to Ford. And the tables are set up, and Reigns says something like, about, something about because him and Usos were being called bitches by Montez Ford. So he's pretty much saying, how about this bitch? And then does a standing Uranagi and sends him through the tables, breaking the tables, shattering Montez Ford. And then the lights come out. You know what's going to happen. Cole's going, what's going on? What do you think? There's a what do you call it? A power outage. But then the Fiend appears, and he stands atop the top turnbuckle, and he dives onto them, taking them out, and he takes kendo stick. I was about to say kendo sticks, but a kendo stick to the bloodline and punishes Reigns with chair shots. And as Reigns is on the outside, he dives over that top rope and takes out the champ down below. And are we looking at the future champion, the Universal Champion, that being the Fiend? I mean, the Fiend. Well, I would like to see the Fiend, but I meant to say the Demon, Finn Balor. Like I said, that's the rumor. Possibilities are there that he will be coming out as the champion, but who knows? But that is as I said, my quick rundown of thoughts on Smackdown for September 24th, 2021. Don't know what to say. It was pretty basic. Smackdown. Uh, the last match, the main event match. Okay, I was always into Montez Ford and what he was doing. Roman Reigns, we all know what he brings. It's always the same thing, but there's nothing wrong with it because that's just how he is. That's how he wrestles. That's how he comes at it. You know, with anybody he's in the ring with, he's gonna tear him up. He's gonna take him apart. He's gonna do his thing. And like I said, I like Montez Ford. I think he's great. I think he's going to definitely be a main eventer in the future. He may even be looking at a future Universal Champion, maybe even a WWE Champion. But we're going to see the steps taken. He's going to win the Royal Rumble. He's going to win the Money in the Bank. He's going to win whatever other time, maybe a gauntlet match that crowns the number one contender. He'll win that match. We'll see. But there's nothing but you know, we're just seeing somebody right now in the beginnings of a possible, you know, future of being a main eventer. Someone who's going to be right up there with all the guys who are right there amongst milling about in the main event scene. We may see Montez Ford there. But anyway, that's my video. So for those of you who stopped by, checked out my video, I appreciate it. And in closing, as always, take care.